Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. A very good thing. I have this set up so I can go way back here and walk around. I'd have to yell if I get too far, though. So I'm going to try and stay right around here. Yay! Oh boy, I am so tired. Oh, I just realized I still have my sunglasses hooked onto my shirt. I forgot to put them on. I'll have to talk about the story. I am barely functional. I had horrific pain-related insomnia last night. Still trying to be as cheerful and upbeat and positive about things as I can, because getting upset really doesn't help. It's not like I'm going to get a mulligan on it and get a redo or anything. So you got to live with it, and getting pissed off isn't going to help. But past couple nights, it's been pretty bad. Getting toward the end of the night, I have a lot of pain-related insomnia. About 4 o'clock in the morning, that's painful, and by 6, I have to get up. Last night I went to bed. Immediately, it felt like there were spikes being driven into my pelvis. And as the positioning went on, all the rest of my body started hurting like that too. I didn't sleep last night. I'm very tired. Yay! But as stated, trying to do my level best to stay cheerful and upbeat. And the whole getting flustered about this, it was bright and sunny this morning, and so I popped these on after spraying my arms and such, and then with the spray-on sunscreen, you spray it on your out these parts, but for your face, you don't spray your face. You're supposed to spray your hands, then rub it on. Did all that so that I could maintain my healthy cave fungus glow, and then went out for walkies, but went into Walmart. I'm going to talk about that for a moment, and then took these off, but then I ended up going across the street to the local Fred Meyer's, and then headed back home. There's been big news going on how all of these businesses that were pumping all of this stuff into going self-checkout, and then as it turns out, that increased problems with theft. They were trying to cut down on theft, and it just made it easier. Now, the biggest problems in the business sector is not theft from either consumers or employees. On the big bucket of theft in business, this much of it is theft that is people stealing stuff. This big bunch of it that is vastly overwhelming is just flat out wage theft, where for whatever reason the company has you do something, and when you do it, they just don't pay you for it, whether or not you know it or it happens behind the scenes. It is this much wage theft versus this much theft that the rest of the people do at the checkout stands and such. But the news has come out that they've been losing money. That didn't do what it's supposed to do. Well, son of a gun, for the past couple days, there has been nothing but just regular checkout, and then only very few self-checkouts. Now, I don't know if it's just a Walmart thing, or if it's because of the news, or if there's just local issues, but son of a gun, you go across the street to the local Fred Meyer's, and they don't have any problems. You can go right up to the self-checkout and check out. Now, I don't like the local Fred Meyer's. I'm used to one store. I couldn't easily go to Safeway if it wasn't far away, but Walmart's closed. The selection is weird, and the placement I really despise. I mean, they put things in stores so that you'll walk around to get and find the stuff and maybe purchase something in between. but it's in an extreme. It's like they'll have bread here, peanut butter is way over here, and jelly is a couple aisles over in this direction, and if you want a can of beans, it's here, but chili, that's way over here, and canned meats in a different, it's just, ugh. So yeah, I've been going into Walmart, taking a look at the lines, seeing that people are waiting in line, and going over across the street to a different store. I used to think that waiting in line was tough because I was just, that kind of person. But with my ADHD and my neurodiversity and my anxieties, when I see those lines, my anxiety just starts going, going over and waiting amongst all those people. Phew. So, yeah. Still though, I needed to grab, it doesn't matter what the name of the company is, so no free advertising, but I needed some stuff to put in water so I can drink it. Plain water tends to make me feel really sick to my stomach, but flavored stuff with particulates in the water has enough in it to coat my stomach and give it something to work with, so I don't feel sick. So that's a good thing. But I went out a walk-in and I bought that stuff and I came back, and now there were some things that I wanted to talk about that I have completely forgotten about because of course. One thing that I have been thinking about is I do want to do that 4 Against Darkness thing where I have the characters here on little index cards, and then the dungeons Ella in things like this, so all I have to do is quickly make up that dungeon. One thing I do want to do is, because it's all in my setting, is make up different tables for like the minions, which are monsters that will give you possibly treasure and definitely experience. And then there's vermin, which gives you, maybe you'll get some treasure, but maybe not, and you don't get experience for killing them. They're just resource eaters. And then boss tables. Don't have to really work with those. But with my setting, when it comes up with a thing and says like, oh, it's orcs, well, not really. Hobgoblin? Oh, no, the hobgoblins. How about a regular goblin? No goblins. Because the main races on the planet, the continent of Karthkog, are the Hulat, which, like all the intelligent races on the planet, are offsets of the Dwaylan. They speciated out into like humans and Hulat and others not discovered yet, but amongst those things, I had decided it would be more interesting to try and say that they were goblinoid type races, but they're not anymore. They look like the humans, which look like Dwaylan. Everybody looks a bit different, but especially they're the Apani and the Habani and the Orkani, your orcs and your hobs and your goblins. God, my fingers are having so much trouble just working like regular fingers. It's so much fun getting old and having nerve compression. It's my radial nerve, and your radial nerves run out and control largely these ones. I don't know what controls these ones. I mean, there's the radial nerve does these too, but I think your ulnar nerve also comes down and works with these nerves, because 60% of your grip is these two fingers. But with the Hulat and all that, they just have slightly larger jaws, they have slightly larger teeth, they do not have wisdom teeth, so they don't have that issue, and they have generally a more South American skin tone. Now there's a huge range of skin tones. You're right, and that's exactly what they have. And so because of this, there's different speciation. No one can interbreed. There are the 3 different races. Apani, the 4.5-foot tall type. The Habani, they're as tall as we are. And the Orkani, averaging about 6.5 feet tall. They are 6.5-foot tall slabs of muscled beef. And that's Orkani. But they're not bad people. And in fact, one of the characters that I really like, a young Habani named Danthel, is Habani. And they're on the continent of Carthcog, and people come over and trade, and there's immigrants coming this way, and there are those that emigrate from Carthcog to the other continents. So they're not bad people. So looking in the charts, that it would say, oh, there's 4 orcs. No, there's not. So I gotta change the charts a bit for the various monster types. I don't know if there's any actual balancing that gets done, nor do I know how you could balance using the system for 4 Against Darkness, because it's very, very rules light, which means your characters are exceptionally rules light. I mean, the character, well, that's not a character, that's my blood pressure, which I have to take today. Your characters are extremely rules light. The most important part of them is their level. That's the most important stat. So, not a lot to work with on characterization. That part is all up to you. Thumbs up. So I'm going to work on that in time. So hopefully get it done fairly soon, because again, I do want to record it, move the table outward this direction, get out my tripods and the shower curtain, and then put this thing up on top of the shower curtains looking down, so that I can do it all on paper on the table, because I don't know how to record screens with this, and even if I could, I don't know how to use with touchscreen any of the good websites, if they even do that. There are people that, there's one person, Lucky Sylvie, has done a lot of videos using Canva. I think she just lines up Canva so that it sort of, I mean, she plays and records all off of Canva, so I don't know how she does it. But she does it really good in ways that I am flabbergasted by. And with my neurodiversity and such, and my ADHD, so I do what I can. So thumbs up on that. Anyway, though, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to spend the rest of the day relaxing. I am super duper tired. I can't lie down to sleep again, which is the issue, because if I lay down, I am going to have my legs cramp. And I don't want that. I don't know what it is. I take multivitamins. I take a little bit more potassium. I take magnesium gummies. And yet, my legs are always telling me the moment that I wake up from sleeping. Usually I'm okay to lie down for a full sleep. Not for a nap. That's bad. And luckily I can get to sleep, but then 4 o'clock onward, you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, though, if you are a patron, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome people. I'm going to move around a bit just to once again show that I can. You are beautiful and awesome people. Thank you so much. Without your help, I would be in a world of hurting. So thumbs up and thank you. If you have left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you so very much. I answer as many comments as I can, which is not as many as I would like, because again, the nerve compression. But thank you so very much. I read as many as YouTube will show me, which isn't all of them. But I do appreciate those, and I thumbs up the ones that I can, heart the ones that, for whatever reason, I can't thumbs up. But thumbs up, thank you. It is greatly appreciated. And I just got a notification for a 270 rider. It's, of course, not only it said 270. It's, I think it, I can't look it up, but I believe it was a 270-ish dollar, right around in that range, donation to get me a new computer. So thank you so very, very much. If you could check out the GoFundMe in the description, that would be, whew, I can English. That would be very, very awesome. My, it's a sad tale, but it's ended up with a nice piece of equipment that was made for Windows 8 way back when, and it's not Windows 8 time anymore since Windows 11 is coming out and end of life on Windows 10. But while it is a nice piece of equipment, it has major problems playing games. It will not record them, and I cannot edit video. Oy vey. So I do have a GoFundMe with a hard limit. Well, it's not, you have to put a limit on, and I'm not trying to grift, I'm just trying to get a computer, so I've got a $1,500 limit on that. So I'm not trying to grift, I'm not trying to steal, I'm not trying to get a major computer, you know, that I could try and run a city with. I just need something that'll play semi-modern games halfway well, edit video that I can record using that, and then upload that, while still being able to go, of course, go online and such. So very cool. So if you could check that out, that would be very cool. And once again, I am only asking if, after you have taken care of not only your basic needs, but all your other wants, needs, and desires. It is only after you have thoroughly taken care of yourself that if at that point you have any extra money, and it would not hurt to donate some, only at that point would I ask you to think about it. If the chain breaks at any point along that line, please do not. Again, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to grift. I just need help getting a computer. So thumbs up and thank you. And now I'm going to just edit, render, upload, play games, try to take care of myself and not hurt my back by falling asleep in my chair. Unfortunately, I have to stay awake until I can fall asleep, which makes sense, doesn't it? So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. There are times that even though it hurts to stand, I can't stand for any more than like 20 minutes at a time without moving. It's not always fun to just sit all the time. So thankfully, I'm not one of those that is in a wheelchair and dependent on that for my mobility, because my legs. Anyway, you take care. Talk to y'all later.